jockey box has extinguisher, flashlight, safety triangle, first aid kit. The jockey box opens and closes successfully. Now I'm going to pop the hood. Grabbing my tool. Alright, so fenders, hood mount, electrical box mounted securely, air filter, wiper motor, foot valve mounted securely, all hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks, clutch fluid, cap is tight, mounted securely, steering shaft mounted securely via U-joints to the steering gearbox, which is mounted securely to the frame. Oil pump, fuel pump, oil filter, fuel filter, water pump mounted securely. Oil level is max level, and oil is clear and free of debris. Continuing on, coolant mounted securely, cap is tight, hose is connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Radiator, intercooler mounted securely, hose connected, hose clamps are tight. Fan shroud and fan present, no blades are missing. Belt is present and tight. Oil water separator mounted securely, cap is tight. Hose is connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Power steering fluid mounted securely, max level, cap is tight. Lines connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Shocks mounted securely, no leaks. Electrical all connected. Air dryer mounted securely, hoses connected through the frame rails to the air compressor, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. The frame rails themselves have no cracks, no damage, no deflection. The leaf springs mounted securely via U-bolts and hangers. The pitman arm, drag link, and tie rod are all mounted securely. Pins are in. Brake chamber mounted securely. Hose connected. No cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Push rod travel is no greater than 3/4 inch. Inside hub seal has no leaks. Inside rim has no cracks, no damage. Inside tire has no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Tire has good pressure, has even tread wear. Enough tread remaining. Outside tire has no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Outside rim has no cracks, no damage. All lugs are present, no lugs are loose. Hub seal has no leaks. I've inspected the top, middle, and bottom of the engine compartment, and there are no visible concerns. I'm going to go check the other side. Fenders, hood mount, windshield wiper fluid, mounted securely, max level on the wiper fluid, cabin filter, air filter, turbo, all mounted securely. All hoses are connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Radiator, intercooler, mounted securely. Hoses connected, hose clamps are tight. Fan shroud and fan are present with no blades missing. Belt is present and tight. AC compressor and alternator mounted securely. Wires are all connected. Both shocks mounted securely. No leaks. Electrical wiring all connected. Frame rails have no cracks, no damage, no deflection. Leaf springs mounted securely via hangers and U-joints. Tie rod mounted securely. Pins are in. Brake chamber mounted securely. Hoses connected. No cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Push rod travel no greater than 3/4 inch. Inside hub seal has no leaks. Inside rim has no cracks or damage. Inside tire has no cuts, no cracks or damage. Tire has good pressure. Tread has even wear and enough tread remaining. Outside tire has no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Outside rim has no cracks, no damage. All lugs are present. No lugs are loose. Hub seal has no leaks. The CVI is in date up until September 2024, and that concludes the under the hood portion of this. As well, I inspected the top, middle, and bottom of the engine, and no visible concerns. I'm going to go to the in-cab portion. Contacts, no gloves inside the cab. So, I'm going to first start at the top. I'm going to check the dome lights are working. Can you please turn yours on and prove that it works? Okay, great. Lights are working. Can you also check your seatbelt, make sure it works? Great, looks good. Okay, my seat is adjusted for me for this drive in all directions. The steering gear or steering wheel is adjusted for me and has no excessive play. So all windows I have operated to prove they work. I'm going to leave mine open so I can listen to the engine and listen for things outside. Both side windows and front windows have no cracks, no damage. The windshield wipers and washer fluid all work successfully. The stereo, or radio, pardon me, is mounted securely. The horns both function properly. And if you heard that, the compressor just went into the unload stage. So the defrost and the air conditioning both work successfully. So I will continue with the dash portion. So the right signal, left signal, hazards, high beams all indicate properly on here. Now I'll just check. The backlights also work inside the gauges. So, starting at the top left, we have our axle temperature gauges. We have our oil temperature gauge, our tachometer, our water pressure gauge. Here we have our screen, which shows us our alternator is working because the battery is indicating 14 volts. Or the electrical system. The fuel gauge, and we have enough fuel remaining to complete this trip. The def gauge, and it's at max level. Here's our speedometer, which we can verify once driving or moving. Our oil pressure gauge, our primary and secondary air tank pressure gauges, our transmission temperature gauge. Then we have our trailer axle gauges, our turbo pressure gauge, and our air ride suspension gauge. So since the brakes are on, I can just gently press this. This will show, okay, awesome. So those gauges are working properly. Then we have our differentials. They're all in the unlocked position. The fifth wheel slide is in the locked position. and the suspension air is in auto. So at this time, I'm going to begin conducting the air portion of this exam. Okay, so I'm doing the 1 minute brake application and hold. And while doing that, while holding that, I'll check the paperwork after saying if it's just the tractor, then I can have a 3 psi or less drop in the 1 minute. If it's the tractor and a trailer, then it's 4 psi in 1 minute. And if it's a tractor and 2 trailers, that would be 6 psi or less acceptable pressure drop during that time. Okay, so we're in truck AG1. The insurance is in date until September 2024, and the commercial vehicle inspection is in date until September 2024 as well. And we have trailer number 1 with us as well. Which is not in the paperwork today, so we'll make sure it is. Oh, no, hold on, maybe there. Oh, there we go. It's in date till September 2024, and for the insurance, and the CVI is in date until September 2024 as well. Okay, the 1 minute is up. Release the brake, and the needles did not move during that 1 minute. So now it is time to do the fan down. All right, so between 60 and 65 psi, the low air brake or the low pressure warning should come on, which it did. And between 20 and 45 psi, the brakes should dynamite and the valves will pop, which they did. So now I'm just going to go verify that the brakes have dynamited, and then I'll disconnect the glad hands to test the traction protection valve. Come for that one too?
Yep.
Okay. So, tested both, and neither push rod will move. So the brakes have in fact dynamite. So now I'm just going to disconnect the glad hands. I'm going to apply the brake for 5 seconds, and I'm going to listen for an air leak. Okay, there is no audible air leak. Traction protection valve is functioning as it should. So I'm going to reconnect the glad hands. Both seals are present. No cuts, no cracks, no damage. Both seals are present. No cuts, no cracks, no damage. Glad hands are connected. Contact. So at this point, we're going to build up pressure to verify that the compressor is functioning properly. While we wait for it to start building, I will say there's no loose material in the cabin that can come free while driving, with the exception of all that loose material that's in the cabin right now. But that will be there in a bit. So, I'm going to apply the accelerator, and I'm going to have it idle at 1200 psi, or 1200 RPM, pardon me. Then when the first needle gets to 50, which it just did, I'll press start. And within 3 minutes, the truck should build from 50 to 90 PSI. Okay, the last needle has reached 90 PSI, so that was done in 54 seconds. So that is less than the 3 minutes required to do so. So I'm just going to release the brakes so we can conduct our 360 degree or mechanical, pardon me, inspection. You're with your girlfriend.
Go ahead.
All right. Air compressor mounted securely, hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Transmission mounted securely, no visible leaks. Battery compartment mounted securely, no leaks. Air tanks mounted securely, hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Exhaust mounted securely, no leaks. All wiring and lines all stowed properly in the frame rails. The frame rails have no cracks, no damage, no deflection. The first drive shaft mounted securely to the transmission via U-joints through to the steady bearing. Def tank mounted securely, no leaks. Fuel tanks mounted securely, straps are tight. Hoses are connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Exhaust mounted securely, no leaks. Second drive shaft mounted securely via U-joints down through to the front differential. Wet tank mounted securely, hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Both brake chambers mounted securely, hoses are connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Both brakes have a push rod travel of no greater than 3/4 inches. Both sets of leaf springs mounted securely via hangers, U-bolts, and bolts in behind. Differential mounted securely, no leaks. Both sets of tires, hub seals, have no leaks. Inside rims have no cracks, no damage. Inside tires have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Airbags mounted securely, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Third drive shaft mounted securely between both differentials via U-joints, no excessive play. And now I'm going to go around to the rear differential. All right, both brake chambers mounted securely, hose connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Push rod travel in both is no greater than 3/4 inch. Differential mounted securely, no leaks. Both shocks mounted securely, no leaks. Airbags mounted securely, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Leaf springs mounted securely via bolts, U-bolts, and hangers. Inside hub seals both have no leaks. Inside rims have no cracks, no damage. Inside tires have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. license plate mounted securely and plate light working properly. Rear indicators on the tractor working properly. The fifth wheel jaws are closed. And for the bottom of the trailer, all cross members are present. No cracks, no damage, no deflection. Landing gear supports are present. No cracks, no damage, no deflection. Landing gear legs are stowed. Landing gear connecting bar is connected at both ends with bolts. Continuing on underneath the trailer, all cross members are present. No damage, no deflection. All right, the lines are secured properly and stowed, not touching the ground. Slider pin handle is locked and secured. Both brake chambers mounted securely. Hoses are connected. No cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Push rod travel is no greater than 3/4 inch on both. Inside hub seals on both sets of tires have no leaks. Inside rims have no cracks and no damage. Inside tires have no cuts, no cracks or damage. Leaf springs are mounted securely via hangers and U-bolts. Air tank mounted securely, hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. On the rear axle, brake chambers mounted securely, hoses connected, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. Both brakes have a push rod travel of no greater than 3/4 inch. Both inside hub seals have no leaks. Inside rims have no cracks, no damage. Inside tires have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Both sets of leaf springs are mounted securely via U-bolts and hangers. Carrying on, all cross members right to the end of the trailer are all present. No cracks, no damage, no deflection. All wiring is stowed properly and securely. Bumper is present, no damage. The plate mounted securely and the signal lights, the hazard lights are functioning properly. Now I'm going to go to the front and conduct my 360 and turn on the left signal.
Right here.
Now I'm going to conduct my 360 beginning at the very front of the truck. So I'm going to look underneath the truck. I can see that there is even suspension, no visible hazards or leaks, so we're good underneath. The top of the cab and the hood have no damage. All the marker lights are working. Since we have the left signal light on working now, it is on as well and indicating properly. The hood is secure, the grille is secure. The driver's side light housing is secure. Driver hood mirror is secure. There's no visible damage to the side of the hood. Driver's side indicator light functioning properly. Driver's side mirror mounted securely. Mud flap mounted securely, not touching the ground. Stairs are mounted securely. The batteries are all connected, wiring connected, and no visible leaks as well as mounted securely. The door opens and closes properly. We've tested that multiple times getting in and out. The def cap is on securely and the seal is present. I verified it when fueling. The fuel cap is on securely, has a seal, verified it when fueling. Straps are tight. Side of the entire cab has no visible damage. The jockey box opens and closes successfully. We have tested that multiple times already. So the fender, stairs, and frame plates mounted securely. The handrails mounted securely. The lines are secured and suspended properly for travel. The shocks on both sides are mounted securely, no leaks. The airbags are mounted securely, no cuts, no cracks, no leaks. And now we're going to continue on back here. So the front of the trailer has DOT tape present along the whole thing. The marker lights are functioning properly, and the DOT tape along the side is all present as well. Underneath, we're going to check the center bolt at the very front of the fifth wheel is in. The slider pin is in. There's no visible light between the fifth wheel and the trailer. And all bolts and nuts are present and none are missing from the fifth wheel slide track. Then we're going to check all 4 tires. Have good air pressure, no visible damage or debris between both sets of tires. There's enough tread remaining on all 4 tires and even tread wear across all 4 tires. Outside of both tires, have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Outside of both rims, have no cracks, no damage. This tire has all lugs present. No lugs are loose. Hub seal has no leaks. This set has all lugs present. No lugs are loose. Hub seal has no leaks. Mud flap mounted securely, not touching the ground. So, going back to the trailer. Load is secure. Straps are tight. Looking underneath, all cross members along the trailer are present. No damage, no deflection. The landing gear handle is stowed for travel. All the trailer support beams are present. No damage, no deflection in any of them. Load is secure, straps are tight. Load is secure, straps are tight. Okay, and now we're here. We can see the trailer left indicator light is, the tractor indicator light for left side is working. The trailer left side indicator light, mid trailer, is working. So we'll continue on, making sure all those support beams are in good condition, as well as the cross members. No damage, no deflection. As mentioned before, the slider pin lock handle is stowed and in the lock position. Pin is in. And the slider pins are extended to ensure that the slider is locked. All 4 tires have good air pressure, no visible damage or debris between both sets of tires. Even tread wear among all 4 tires, and enough tread remaining in all 4 tires. Outside tires have no cracks, no cuts, no damage. Outside rims have no cracks, no damage. This set has all lugs present, no lugs are loose, and that hub seal has no leaks. And this tire has all lugs present, no lugs are loose. Hub seals have no leaks. Mud flaps mounted securely, not touching the ground. And don't know if we checked this one already, but load is secure, straps are tight. I'd rather check it twice. So the left indicator light is working. The marker lights are all working. Now I'm going to go into the cab just with my hand, apply the brake, and I'll get you to give me a thumbs up if the brake lights work. and then I'll be switching over to the right light, the right indicator. All DoD tape present on the back. The right indicator light is working. The marker lights along the right side of the trailer work. Okay, yeah. And now back to load is secure, straps are tight. All cross members are present, and no cracks, no damage, no deflection. Mud flap mounted securely, not touching the ground. All tires have good pressure, no visible damage or debris between both sets of tires. All 4 tires have even tread wear and enough tread remaining. Outside tires have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Outside rims have no cracks, no damage. All lugs are present, no lugs are loose, and hub seal has no leaks. And this tire, all lugs are present, no lugs are loose, and hub seal has no leaks. Slider pin is extended to ensure it's in the lock position. All support beams are present, and no cracks, no damage, no deflection. Right side indicator light, mid-trailer working. Load is secure, straps are tight. Load is secure, straps are tight. And carrying on all the way to the front of the trailer. All cross members are present, and no damage, no deflection. The landing gear is stowed. The right side indicator light on the trailer is functioning properly. The tractor is working properly. The mud flap is mounted securely, not touching the ground. All nuts and bolts for the 5th wheel slide are present, none are missing. All 4 tires have good pressure, and all 4 tires have even tread wear and enough tread remaining. Outside tires have no cuts, no cracks, no damage. Outside rims have no cracks, no damage. All lugs are present on this one. No hub seal has no leak, and all lugs are not loose. On this one, all lugs are present, no lugs are loose, and hub seal has no leaks. The trailer CVI is in date until September 2024, which we've already verified via the paperwork. Fender and chain hang mounted securely. The back of the trailer is in good condition, has no visible damage. The right side of the tractor, I think I just said trailer instead of tractor before. So the tractor back is in good condition. The tractor passenger side has no visible damage. The jockey box opens and the tire chains are present. Jockey box closes successfully. The fuel tank cap is secure. Seal is present. We checked it when fueling. Straps are tight. The door opens and closes successfully, which we just verified. The stairs are mounted securely. The mud flap. This is exactly why we do our pre-trips. It is mounted securely now, not touching the ground. The mirrors are mounted securely. The right side indicator light is indicating properly. The right side hood has no damage. The right side hood mirror is mounted securely. The right side light housing is mounted securely. Now I'm going to conduct my 4 brake application test and be ready for the road. Alright, so now I'm going to release the brakes to do the 4 brake applications. So we'll start with the trailer. Now the tractor. And moving forward. And the service brakes. All 4 brakes operated properly. I'm ready to fill in my pre-trip and go on this drive.